Hi guys, so another Monday stream recording for all the charts, and look here. So let's see what we got on Bitcoin. So I'll just go over BTC. I'll do a top-down analysis, and then I'll do a quick configuration of how I use Fibs, just as a small side lesson. And we'll be basically going over the technicals that we've been pointing out for days, the entire weekend in the group. Some important levels, that are here that we have to see, just to get a glimpse of what's where and how, and to pinpoint some stuff. Okay, so I'm just drawing out some first important weekly levels here that are kind of, been reacting for a while now. We can see this area is important, and well, usually let's go over Fibs. So we can always take only the last move up, okay, from the Fibs. So looking at the weekly, we know this was a significant low, this was a significant high, and this is the next wave down. So we can take this as a low and pull up to the high, okay, and we're measuring percentages of this move happening. So we can see that the 786 reacted well. Now on top of that, we can now assume into the future that we can assume, we are not 100% sure, but we can assume that this wave is done. Okay, so we're taking an assumption that this wave is finished and that the new wave up is starting. So to be sure that market structure always first, so to be sure that this wave is a new one, we need a significant higher low on the weekly be formed, or the local high area be taken out. So what have I done? I have marked the weekly resistances. They correspond with the first local high area, and we see it correlates to the Fib resistance from this move up. So here we have confluence. So now with some type of certainty we can what's happening here? Okay, now we can take, why is this not showing? Come on, Boxy Books. Technical issues. Why is my trading view acting up? Okay, weird. This is weird. Okay, because my internet connection is down. So let's reset that. And we're up. Okay. Now okay. Sorry guys for the cutting. Had some technical issues. So to continue, I have marked, so with some certainty we can mark this area of like a local high resistance on the weekly, which is also like a sort of a supply zone. Okay, so next move, we can assume that this move is done. We could take these fibs from here to there and say, you see how, so this is kind of a rule. If a new wave will start, it needs to flip 2.36 level to change the structure. So we have multiple confluence of this area around 30k that was not yet tested. So knowing that on the weekly, let's go down to the daily. Now let's first check. Now we know this is a key zone if we can reach there. Now let's check some other lagging indicators as RSI. And RSI on the daily we see is making pivots and bearish divergences slowly. into a key resistance zone, which is now our key resistance. Now we have this move down, okay, and I like to measure that move also from this high to this low, okay, right there, and we have the 0.5 fib of this move, and here I'm adding some things now. Here we have the EMAs. Okay, now on the daily we had this kind of a choppy zone scenario, and now if we presume this is the first wave up into this resistance, now we need some type of pullback, okay, to be able to come here, okay, to be able to test this structure and to flip. We have the daily 200s in this area, to flip this zone to like get pumping strong. So if we can flip this zone eventually, not tomorrow, but let's say in a few weeks, month, possibly, then we can start the next bullish momentum up, okay. And for that to happen, this area needs to get tested once. Now if we go, we'll just take away this stuff. Now if we go over this wave counts, we need a first wave up, we need some sort of pullback, a high low again on the weekly. Let's go back to the weekly. So this would be all a one move up on the weekly. Now we need a high low and come here to test the third wave up. That would be a 1 2 3, choppy 4, and then a test again to eventually break it. Okay, so that's the bullish case, and that's a higher time frame macro bullish case. Mid time frame daily, we're hitting this level, and as we mentioned many times, we see this zone 23,200 needs to hold now to be able to go pushing up eventually into this resistance. But we want to hold 21k, this area, or maybe like we can even test this zone around 19 to 20k wick down, get the higher low to eventually go up. But now is the time to be a bit careful. Okay, let's go to the 4-hour. In the 4-hour we can see like multiple tops rejection from this resistance. We can take some kind of a pattern. We can take this, okay, like that, say, and we can even maybe take it like this, I don't know, like that, let's say, some kind of a wedge forming. We can even push it down to here. Yeah, this works. Okay, so we have this trend lines markations, and from that on the 4-hour, let's check the EMAs and the VPVR, and we see this 23 area zone is a confluence, but we're still holding the 55 EMA, and this is still a higher low. Okay, so for me, this area of the 4-hour 200s, the point of control volume, and this trend line needs to hold, and we have some fibs here, right? We have multiple fib confluence, the 707 and 382, and now if we even take, I know this is a low, so we can even take this low to this high. We again have some fibs right at that area. So expecting, if this 4-hour candle is closing, now options are flip this 24-25 to go higher and eliminate this kind of a sell-off, or come down and see if we bounce from here to go up. That's basically it. We're kind of in this pattern, so I would be ready to eventually long this area to go up and to see if we happen. So I hope I'll keep it short for you guys. I'll answer multiple questions on the stream later, but this is kind of a sum of what we've been talking the last few days in the chat rooms and updating you on the current status. So we'll talk in a few hours. Hope you all do well and stay safe. So catch you later, guys. Bye.